Welcome to my page. If you are new, welcome back. If you have subscribed or have watched any of my previous videos, today is Vlogmas Day 8. Oh my god, I cannot believe we're on day 8. Okay, so today's vlog is going to work a little bit differently because I am just so tired. I really just don't feel like editing, if I'm being honest with you guys. I don't know how to explain it other than I just feel so tired, and I don't feel like it has anything to do with not getting enough sleep, because I pretty much got like 10 hours the past couple nights. I don't know if I'm fighting something. I don't know if it's like seasonal depression. I really am trying to figure it out myself, but essentially it's just one of those days where I'm just no energy, and it's really hard because I usually take my weekends and I like do something with them, and I like go crazy with how productive I am. But after giving the advice that I gave on yesterday's video, which is like paying attention to how you feel and making sure that if you do Vlogmas and like record every single day for 25 days straight, that you are listening to your body. And if you cannot handle recording and editing an intricate vlog, don't. Like, it's really not that hard, but just don't do it. Come up with something else. Maybe talk about Christmas updates. Maybe just talk about what you're going through. Like, you could have a little therapy session. I can't guarantee it'll get views, but at least you are consistently posting. And it does help. For example, like this vlog, I do advent calendar openings, so there's still Christmas spirit attached to it, but it's just my little tidbit or piece of advice that I can give y'all. So without further ado, let's get started on the advent calendars. Okay, so let's get into my crystal advent calendar, day 8. What do we have? Oh, I forgot to say, they're little ornaments for day 8. Okay, day 8 is Infinite Stone. And look at her. She is gorgeous. I absolutely love these crystals, and I tried my best to document my favorite tumbled crystals. Obviously, there's like 25 different crystals in here, so it took up most of my tumbled crystals, but there are some tumbled crystals that are not featured in here. Not to say that they're not my favorite, but these are my favorite. So there are still available, and I know that technically, you know, if you order now, the advent calendar won't be shipped in time for you to follow along because we're already on day 8, but it's still cute. It's still, you know, festive. It's still a way to get crystals for cheaper because you literally get 25 different crystals, 26 total, for the price of $50. So just keep that in mind. If you want a crystal advent calendar, go to marissaspiritualworld.com and grab yourself a calendar. Next up, we've got Taylor Swift. And if you guys remember yesterday, I accidentally tore off a piece. Let's see if I can do any better this time around. God, I think it might just be the cardboard or the paper that it's in, because that just, yeah. All right, what did I spill? Yes, we got a TS charm. So I don't think we got one yet, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we've gotten double red, cool, guitar, coffee. Yeah, no, we did not. Okay, so there is an I heart charm, and then this is the TS charm, and I think it's so cute. So I'm really happy that we have at least one TS charm. I know that we have 2 I heart charms, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but I mean, I also have 2 red Taylor Swift's, so one is gonna go on each. So I guess the little charm of her in her red outfit would be like I love and then Taylor Swift's red album, even though that's not true. My favorite album, I love Reputation. I love Evermore. I love Lover. Those are like my top three. And then of course Speak Now. Speak Now is just a classic to me. But yeah, those are probably in my top five. I would probably also add, I guess, Midnights, if I'm being honest. Tortured Poets, I do like it, but I feel like I liked more of what Midnight's vibe was about. I had trouble for a long time liking her slower music. Like Evermore took me forever to like. I'm not even kidding you. It probably took me a year to really be like, no, I love this album. It's not about the music. It's about the storytelling. It's about the lyrics. And once I overcame that portion, Evermore was on my top three, which it was like in the bottom beforehand. But I digress. Let's get into 24 days of self-care because I really want to know what self-care we have for day 8, which is over here. And it's another big one. I feel like this is a pretty big advent calendar. So I'm happy with the size of the products because it is, what was it? It's a $285 value for $75, and I really think this is worth $75 so far with what we've got. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting... God, if I cannot be so clumsy. This is gonna be an interesting serum. So it's called the 6 Peptide Skin Booster. From COSRX. It has hyaluronic acid, NAG, and amino acids. This helps even skin tone. It helps hydrate, firmness and smooth, pore and sebum care, and improve skin texture. I promise you, I will be using this even before all of the other items. Why? Because my skin is dry AF, and literally my forehead is bumpy, and I hate it. And I know it has to do with my keratosis, and I know that I have to be better with hydrating. But I feel like even when I do a morning and nighttime routine where I cleanse my face and put moisturizer or serum or like a nighttime cream on, I do not have enough hydration in my skin. So that is huge. Also, I probably need to drink more water, but I digress. Anyway, thank you for opening advent calendars with me. We're gonna get into today's content, which is switched from what I originally planned, but we're gonna read Am I the Asshole Reddit threads because I need something to keep me busy and something to laugh at. So I figured what better way than to do this. Okay, I needed a better viewpoint, so I moved my camera a little bit, but let's get started. So this one says, am I the asshole for not really wanting to spend Christmas with family this year? If I were to go based on that, I'm going to tell you no. But there is a lot to read, so I'm going to go ahead and read and give an opinion once I get more context. Okay, so a lot has gone off the past couple of weeks. Sibling has accused our dad of abusing my mom and her. She moved out, took all of her stuff that we packed up, and that was that. She was refusing to talk to any of us. She hung up on me when I tried to talk to her without saying a word. She messages me saying she couldn't get in when she went to go get her stuff. No apology or anything, just asking if I had another key. I ignored the message. About 2 to 3 days later, she rocks up at my parents' home with all of her stuff, and they let her move back in. Now, I should probably mention here I have some mental health issues to the point I am on medication. It has been reduced the last 2 months, but I thought I was managing quite well. The crisis team called an ambulance for me as they were concerned about my well-being. This is a direct result of her actions and the fact that she is willing to take zero accountability for her actions. The killer is that my parents are now buying her a house. Okay, they helped me and my husband with the place we are in, and I'm not saying she isn't entitled to help, but they are straight up buying her a house, sorting everything out. And this is after she's accused my dad of abuse twice. She pulled the same stunt about 4 to 5 years ago. Myself and my husband have both decided we don't want anything to do with her, mainly because of the crap she has caused me with my mental health, which is still kind of in the gutter, and the fact that if she accuses my husband of anything, he could lose his job. Christmas is coming up. My mom's birthday is also on Christmas Day. The general idea is we all go to see them on Christmas Day for a few hours. This year, I really don't want to. She will be there. They know full well I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want anything from her. I still want to see my mom, but I'm kind of holding them at an arm's length right now. Yes, I'm a little salty about them buying her a house, especially after what she's done. So would I be the asshole if I didn't go? I don't want to wreck their Christmas/birthday, but at the same time, I need to think about my own mental health. Having them come around here just isn't an option. They will both have been drinking. I can't cope with seeing her. Just adding in at the end, she hadn't made an attempt to contact me until my parents found out. Now she keeps calling, messaging, and I just need my space. Right now, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to see her or anything. Also, everything seems to be everyone else's fault except hers. Again, no accountability. Sorry for rambling. As mentioned, mental health is in the gutter, which means my head isn't working very well. First of all, I just have to say, I felt her on that because my mental health goes in the gutter quite often. Like I said, I'm not feeling well today, and that's partially due to sleep, but also just my mental health is just not there. I don't feel motivated to do much. I don't feel like open to do much. If I were OP, I would probably say that you really didn't want to make it Christmas Day and to celebrate separately at another time. But I have to say, I really don't think that she's an asshole for not wanting to go. If she needs her space and she is voicing that, then the sister is technically the asshole for bombarding her with trying to call and message. Like, if I need my space, I'm straight up gonna say I need space, or not respond depending on how bad my mental health is. And if the other person cannot accept that I need space, that is a problem on their end. I know it's family, but I am a true believer that blood is not family because I don't like half of my family. I'll be completely honest with you. And that is because we don't have a lot of the same views, morals, ethics, any of that. And that is completely okay. You do not have to like your family. You do not have to spend time with your family. It sounds to me like her and her husband have their own family. Now, if I were OP, I personally would do a cop-out and be like, we're going to my husband's for Christmas, but I know that's not always easy. You can't always lie or anything. But if she didn't feel comfortable lying, she would just say the truth. I don't feel comfortable going when my sister's there. I really need my space from her right now. And that's what I would say. Like, there is nothing wrong with wanting or needing space. Now, however, this was posted today and it's December 8th. There is also plenty of time, literally 2 weeks, in order for this situation to allow OP to have time and allow OP to, like, get through what they need to get through. but not everything takes 2 weeks to heal, but it's just kind of a mention that there is a little bit of time where she could change her mind. But I would definitely voice needing space one way or another, because that is definitely important. Let's see. I want to see what other people's comments are. Okay, here's one that I agree with. Make a plan to celebrate your mom's birthday with her another day. Take her to dinner before or after Christmas. I spend every Christmas on vacation because I can't deal with my family. I legit drop off presents at my sister's house before we leave. That is too funny. Okay, I don't 100% agree with that, because I personally love my family, but I also cannot deal with my family. There's certain family members that I can deal with and certain I can't. So it really depends on who's showing up. Literally, I moved to Texas and my whole family is in Connecticut. So if that doesn't tell you how much I don't want to be around the holiday, like, I mean, that has nothing to do with it. I wanted to create my own life for myself, but I just thought that was funny. Here's what one other person said. I won't pretend to understand what's going on with the accusations between your sister and your dad and who's accountable for what there, but it doesn't matter whether you're the asshole or not. You can't cope with the Christmas situation right now, so take the day off, not the asshole. I agree with that, because like I said, if you are doing something to prioritize your mental health, that does not make you an asshole. That makes you trying to care for yourself and give yourself some grace. Family is a hard topic, so I completely understand. A lot of people are saying that she's not the asshole and that she needs to concentrate on working on her mental health. There's also someone saying you can say you're not up for a big gathering and see your parents another day. So yeah, my suggestion was pretty spot on. I just have to say, like, I get it. Family is a touchy topic during the holidays. So if you feel like you cannot be around your family, you are not the asshole. You need to prioritize you. And I will take that to the ends of the earth. This is the first year I'm not going to be with my family for Christmas, and I kind of feel like an asshole for not going. My excuse is that Christmas is literally on like a Wednesday this year. Hold on, let me see what day it is. And with that being said, there's no way I can fly there and come back. Yeah, it's literally a Wednesday this year. There's no way I can fly there and come back, because I'm not only working, but I'm in training this year during the holidays. Last year, I was able to go spend time with my family because I didn't have to worry about work. This year, I'm literally training and in a work training group. In order for me to leave, I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, I could, but I wouldn't get paid. I would probably cause issues at work already, and I would rather prioritize my work and myself over spending money to go on a flight to Connecticut, which is already expensive, and spend time with family that would put my mental health in the gutters. So no thank you. I definitely have to agree with OP here. Take care of your mental health. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll for more AITA posts, so we will be back in a moment. There are so many posts on here, it's hard to find holiday ones, but here is another one. Am I the asshole for asking to take a Christmas gift back because she didn't like it? Okay, here's the story. Today I gave someone a handmade teddy bear for Christmas. I don't have any spare money because rent is high where I live and my job barely pays me anything, so I decided to make gifts for people this year. One of my closest friends, let's call her Christy, adores stuffed animals. I decided to try and DIY her a rainbow teddy ear. I think she meant bear, hopefully. Out of some old fur from a coat and a rainbow pillowcase. Today I gave it to her and she looked extremely disappointed and started to giggle a little, which is a fair reaction because it did look a little silly. This is the part that gets me. She asked if I was joking and asked where her real gift was. I responded with, "This is your gift. Sorry I couldn't buy anything this year." She looked disappointed and threw it in her room and shut the door. She actually started talking to me about how ugly it was and told her mom it was an ugly gift. I tried to play along because, again, she wasn't the prettiest, but I spent days trying to make her look good, and so I was offended. She turned to me and said, "Oh honey, she's so ugly, you can't even be mad." So I said, if you don't like her, I can take her back. Can I have it back? And she started screaming, calling me selfish, and that even though the gift sucked, it was hers. I told her even though I gave it to her, she obviously didn't like it, and that I needed it back so I could give it to someone who wasn't so hateful. She screamed at me, and I just left, sadly without the bear, and cried in my car. Our mutual friends are calling me stuck up and that it's not that big of a deal. You knew it wasn't perfect, so why are you upset? So am I the asshole for wanting it back? She made me feel awful about it. Okay, I am literally not even gonna look at the comments yet. There are 24 comments, but I'm gonna say right now, dump that friend. I'm not even kidding you. Dump that friend, because you're not the asshole, the friend is. Because I'm sorry, if I spend time making you a gift and knowing that it's not perfect work, but it came from my fucking heart, and you tell me it's ugly and you hate it, what the fuck? Just accept the gift and move on. Thank them for spending so much time thinking about you. Like, what the fuck? Like, if someone made me something, I would be like, oh my God, like, thank you for, like, taking so much time out of your life to hand make me a gift. This is so meaningful. I know that it's not perfect and I don't expect it to be, and maybe it won't be displayed, but, like, I have something that you made me and that means a lot. Like, maybe I'm crazy for thinking that, but I don't give a fuck if something is ugly. I do not give a flying fuck. If something that my best friend made me was ugly, I don't give a fuck. I still want it because that's my best friend and they spent time doing something to show them their love. And, like, obviously, I think Christmas is... Okay, part of Christmas, I do like getting into the Christmas spirit, but the part about presents always got me, because if you need to give somebody a present to show them that you love them, it's not it. I am not a gift giver. I am not a gift receiver, but I do love quality time as a love language. So if I know somebody spent time hand making a gift, I'm going to keep that shit forever. It might not be displayed. It might go into, like, a storage bin, but it's going to be in a storage bin of all my fucking mementos that I keep that I cannot get rid of because they mean something to me. They don't have to be displayed. No one's telling you that it has to be displayed. You just have to accept the gift and not be an asshole about it. Like, I am so sorry to OP, because if I were OP, I would be humiliated, and knowing that all of the other friends are calling her stuck up and that it's not big of a deal, like, what the fuck? It is a big deal, because someone you call a friend is literally bagging on something that you took the time to do and hand make, and even though it's not perfect, that doesn't mean that the friend has to go and bash on it. And then if they don't like it or appreciate it, I don't think she's an asshole for asking for it back, because if she knows of a friend who would have actually appreciated it, that's who I would want to be friends with anyway. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Let's read some of the comments, because I've truly gotta know. Okay, let's see. Not the asshole. If someone reacts that way and tells you it's ugly and thinks it's a joke and even tells their mom that, why would they want to keep that? Also, it's the thought that counts. I've received plenty of ugly gifts in my life, and we all know that the polite thing to do is say thank you, and that's it. You don't throw a hissy fit or be rude about it. Awful. I would recommend ending this friendship. Yup. 100% agreed. I cannot believe that. Like, that is so rude. Oh, wait, is this the same? Okay, that's somebody else. Somebody else had commented on it, not OP. I just wanted stuff from OP. Someone said, not the asshole. I'm sorry you put all that effort and love into something for somebody who isn't your friend. Yup. I'm so sorry that your gift was rejected after putting your heart into it. Not the asshole to ask for it back. If she didn't want it, but you're the asshole, you insist that it be given back. She didn't really insist on giving it back. She tried, but her friend threw a hissy fit. So she left without, like, OP left without the bear at the end of the day. She didn't really insist on getting it back. She's just asking if she is the asshole for even asking in the first place. So I don't really know how I feel about that comment. Here is another one, just because I just happened to see it. It's literally like 2 posts down. This one is, am I the asshole for buying some items for cheaper at a local store when my girlfriend and I had agreed to go to the mall? If I read that without context, I would say no, because this economy is ridiculous and we could all use some savings. Clearly. But let's read the context. Okay. For context, my girlfriend and I had planned to go to the mall on Sunday to buy some items for an upcoming trip. However, on Friday evening, she calls me to say that she's already at the mall and asks if I can help her pick out some things. I was disappointed that she went without me, but I forgave her and we agreed to go together Sunday as planned. If I were to stop there, I would already tell you that OP is not the asshole, because why did they agree to do something on Sunday and then she's at the mall Friday and now she's asking him, is OP a him? I'm not sure, actually. So I'm just going to say OP. If OP is expected to drop everything to go to the mall on Friday when they had already agreed on Sunday, OP is not the asshole. But anyway, let me continue. I had other items I wanted to buy at the mall, which I had skipped during Black Friday sales because I was looking forward to shopping with her. One of the things I was hoping to pick up was a pair of hiking boots. However, when I found the boots I wanted at a local store for much cheaper than I would have paid for at the mall, I decided to go ahead and buy them. I had also told her beforehand that I wouldn't be offended if she bought things without me if she found something that she liked. So I thought this wouldn't be an issue for me to buy the boots on my own. When I told my girlfriend, she got cold with me, saying that I bought boots without her, especially after she had already gone to the mall without me. I still plan on going with her on Sunday, and I haven't backed out of that. At no point did I say I didn't want to go with her or change the plan. I've been made to feel bad for buying the boots, even though I forgave her for doing something very similar the night before. I didn't act out of sight, I just saved myself $100. I even offered to look for the boots for her at the store where I bought mine. Am I the asshole for buying the boots without her? No. No, you're not. You're not. And I genuinely believe OP when they're saying that they didn't buy these boots out of spite. They were just simply shopping, because everyone has different schedules. Not every couple is attached at the hip. Let's read the comments though, because there's 16 of them. Ooh. Oh, okay, this person commented, both of you are the assholes. Get over yourselves. There are so many more important things for you to worry about than who is where when purchasing supplies for a vacation. You didn't mention your age, but either you're 15 or you need to reevaluate the relationship. You needed to forgive her for going to the mall. How are you dealing with real life issues? Much more polite version of what I came to say, like what the actual F. You don't need to label your verdict as ish. Both the A doesn't exist. Oh, I don't know. I don't think OP is an asshole, but I think their relationship needs to be reevaluated because, I mean, maybe they are young and they're just a young couple, and that explains everything because I feel like with maturity, you tend to not be offended for such little things. Let's go ahead and search for one more AITA post, holiday edition, and then we'll wrap it up just because I want to keep this low-key and light today. Okay, I didn't exactly find a holiday one, but I was talking about seasonal depression, and I actually found one that I kind of want to talk about because my page is also about mental health. So let's get into this one. So it says, am I the asshole for cutting everybody out because of my depression? I, 29-year-old female, have been struggling with depression for about 3 months now. I don't feel like talking to anybody, no family, no friends. The only one I interact with is my husband, who is a 30-year-old male, but he is also the one who caused the depression. We live together and don't have kids. I feel bad for ignoring all of the calls and messages of family and friends and only wanting to talk to my husband. It's just like I don't have the energy for it. So I don't think they're an asshole for cutting people out because I've definitely been there. I've struggled with depression. I'm actually diagnosed with PTSD, but obviously depression is a symptom or a factor of PTSD. So with that being said, I have had like depression phases. I don't even want to say phases because like it's not exactly the word I would use, but I have had periods of where my depression has gotten really bad that I won't talk to anybody but like maybe one person. And usually if I have a partner at this time, my partner will be that person. For example, if I were to be in a depression phase right now, which I definitely feel myself in a slump, but not necessarily a depression, I'm going to go ahead and talk to my girlfriend because that is like my person. They're here. I don't really have to text. Like I can just talk to them when they get home from work or they're here. So I would say they're not an asshole for cutting everybody off because there are times where being an adult and living life is just too much. With that being said, usually you come back to your friends and you talk to them after a while. I personally, there has something in a previous friendship that I had where I would do this again if it ever came to it, but I would simply check in with my friends and say, hey, I really don't feel like talking, but I will come back to you when I'm ready. And it's just simply saying like, hey, like this message if you're still alive and okay, but you just don't want to talk or you just have no energy. Like that is a good check-in to know that you're here to be reached out to, but don't want to talk right now. If I were the friend of the depressed person. However, obviously it doesn't always work like that. Relationships are a two-way street, so you have to keep in mind that even though you are depressed, if you do want your friends to still be there for you, have some form of communication with them. All you have to do is type out a message and send it to everybody. Literally, not even kidding. Just say, hey, I am okay physically, I am not doing okay mentally, and I just need a break from speaking to people. I will contact you when I'm feeling less burnt out or ready to have a conversation. Like if that's all that you really need, like you don't technically owe people anything, but if you want to have a relationship, you do owe communication. Just saying. Because I've been there. I've had friendships fall out because I didn't talk to them. and I've had friendships fall out for many other reasons, but I don't want to say that they're not an asshole for cutting everybody out, but they do have to, OP does have to keep in mind that if they want friends at the end of the day, communication is important. One other thing that I want to touch on with this is this person literally said, but he's also the one who caused the depression. That worries me because if your husband is causing your depression, you need to reevaluate that relationship and figure out why. Because what I have noticed is I am either energized by a person or drained by a person. And if I am drained because of somebody else, I do not want to be a part of that relationship. However, they are married, so obviously there is a lot more that needs to go on between this. But if OP is genuinely serious about their husband being the reason she's depressed, that relationship needs to be reevaluated and maybe they need to break up. There are 8 comments, so let me see what other people are saying. Okay. No assholes, but are you getting help? Depression isn't something you can just get over on your own. You need medical help to find the cause of depression and treat the disorder causing it. Agreed. Not the asshole, but they're probably not going to be okay with it and you might damage some relationships. It is what it is. Agreed. Like I said, if you want to have friendships at the end of the day, you need to have some form of communication. Even if you just don't want to talk, there's nothing wrong with that. You need to be making sure you're communicating that you're not in the mood to talk and that you will reach out when you're ready. That is like the least you could do. Someone else said, please talk to your doctor about how you are feeling. You could see a therapist or take medication to help you. You don't have to go through this by yourself. Depression is very treatable. You are not the asshole. Depression is a terrible disease and going through it can take all the energy that you have. Agreed. Okay, everyone's basically she's OP is not the asshole, but she does need to get help. She does need to reevaluate her relationship with her husband, and she does need to talk to her friends. Because at the end of the day, relationships, friendships are a two-way street, and if you don't communicate, you are going to lose people. And that is one thing that I have learned time and time again, that communication is important. And you can have those friends where you like don't talk to them forever and then you talk to them and it feels like there's no time went by. But if you want to have close relationships or friendships with people, you do need to communicate. Simple as that. I think I'm going to end it there just because I genuinely think that 4 is good enough. Maybe we'll do a funny edition, but for now that was a more winter holiday edition. And those were just things that were posted. So I thought it was pretty cool to pick out ones that were posted very recently and having an opinion on them. Thank you so much for watching. I promise you guys I will get out of this slump and have more non-talking content, even though I do enjoy talking with y'all, because obviously I delayed my podcast for the whole month of December so that I could do Vlogmas, but I definitely want to get back into content creation, so hopefully I can get out of this slump and content create and come up with more Vlogmas videos that are fun and easy to watch versus like these little conversations. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow on day 9.